we're with you. I understand. Okay. अरे सर आपका नाम क्या है?
गौतम।
गौतम जी आप बताइए कि सबसे बड़ा रेड फ्लैग क्या होगा?
बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
मेल बेस्ट फ्रेंड। ओके थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच। ओके आगे बढ़ते हैं। कोई और मेरे साथ, मेरा भाई बंधु जो मेरे साथ वार्तालाप करना चाहेगा, देखते हैं। कैसी हैं आप? मैम सो मैम
भाई आजकल किसी की भी हो सकती है। भाई जैन है तो इसकी तो अरेंज मैरिज ही होगी। तो इन्हें 14 में कर
एक बार मैं फिर आपका सभी से संगनी 3.0 the official celebration of the International Women's Day. This is संगनी 3.0. जोरदार तालियां हो जाइए guys, please एक बार. Thank you so much. Now I hand over the mic to our anchors of the day, रुचि भटनागर and नितेश श्रीवास्तव.
नहीं था इतना आगे जाएगी, कहानी ही तो है, कितना लिख पाएगी। हर किसी ने लिखी उसकी तकदीर अपने हाथों से, लेकिन बदल ना पाए कामयाबी की लकीर उसके हाथों से।
वो बढ़ेगी आगे जितना दुनिया ना सोच पाई है, चमकेगी सितारों में जितना दुनिया ना देख पाई है। सलाम है उन सब महिलाओं को जिन्होंने अपना मुकाम पाया है, जितना खुद चली हैं उससे ज़्यादा दुनिया को चलना सिखाया है। Jai Shri Ram and a very warm welcome ladies and gentlemen on the day when resilience, femininity and power gets together to paint a beautiful picture. We come together to celebrate the phenomenal universe of womanhood. I, Aditya Srivastav.
And I, Ruchi Bhatnagar. Together, we are privileged to guide you through the special event, revering and honoring every woman around us on this significant day.
Welcome to Sangini 3.0.
We would like to extend our warm gratitude to the torch bearer of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies, Dr. Nand Kishore Garg sir, founder chairman of MAIMS. We are also thankful to Vineet Lohia sir, our chairman. We would like to thank the captain of the MAIMS ship and our director, Dr. Rajni Malhotra Dhingra. We also extend hearty thanks to all respected HODs of our esteemed departments, especially the teacher coordinators of Sangani 3.0 who have motivated us and supported us throughout the whole journey.
Lord Ganesh, the Devata of wisdom, the benevolent remover of obstacles, was born from the creative power of his mother, Goddess Parvati. His very existence is a testament to the strength, resilience and creative genius of women. Let's welcome Mannat and Gitika on the stage. Their dance to Ganesh Vandana will surely honor the divine feminine spirit that has brought our beloved deity to this world.
शरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि सजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
beautifully displayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor that I extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries and all the respected HODs to kindly come up on the stage for lamp lighting ceremony.
I request Dr. Anuradha Asthana ma'am to please come up on the stage.
Please give a huge round of applause to all the dignitaries present here. And a gift hamper. Let's give them a huge round of applause.
I would request Dr. Gaurav Agarwal, Head, Department of Economics, to felicitate Ms. Diksha Dogra with a memento, shawl and a gift hamper.
Please give them a huge round of applause. I would request Dr. Umesh Pathak, Head Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, to felicitate Ms. Shivangi Saxena.
I would request the audience to please give a huge round of applause for our esteemed guests.
Sangeeta Malik Ma'am, Professor Department of Business Administration, to felicitate Mr. Gagandeep Sidhu Sir.
I would request Dr. Anuradha, Professor, Department of Law, to kindly felicitate Professor Garima Jain. We would request all the dignitaries and HODs to kindly...
It isn't just about having a seat, it's about shaping the conversation.
Celebrating diverse voices empowers us all to build a brighter future together.
On this note, we would like to call upon the stage our chief guest, Shri Avinash Pushkarna Sir, to share his vision for inspired inclusion.
Shri Avinash Pushkarna Sir is a retired officer from the Indian Revenue Service. Sir received a presidential award and medals and even the World Custom Organization's certificate of merit for his service to our nation. He's also a passionate learner, writer, musician, and to top it all off, an amazing humanitarian who inspires us with his philosophy of continuous growth and prosperous living. Kindly welcome Shri Avinash Pushkarna Sir with a huge round of applause.
The stage is all yours, sir.
Hello. Am I audible? Good morning, all the ladies and gentlemen present here. And अभी क्या बोलूं? I'm just telling you one thing that इन लोगों ने lunch थोड़ा जल्दी करवा दिया, अभी थोड़ा नींद आ रही. But still, the occasion is solemn, and we need to talk about this thing, this Sangani 3.0. And I have got a lot of things to tell you. I think 15 minutes is not sufficient time. But let's see what I can say and how much you can imbibe and how much you can take back. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very warm, pleasant afternoon of this waning winter of Delhi. And I can see the bubbling enthusiasm of all this teaching community and the student community of this prestigious institution. And the ambience which has been created, it is very, very overwhelming. And let me tell you, it is not an overstatement. It is generally what I feel I'm telling you. even if we have been given a very big dose of lunch before coming to this place. But I am really overwhelmed with the kind of enthusiasm, the felicitation which we have received. It is amazing. Now, coming to this topic of International Women's Day. Now, women, as you all know, if you take an average across the globe, across the countries, across the continents, whether in India, if you take an average, women represent roughly 50%. If I am not wrong, I hope. And 50%, but still I feel really pained that we have to celebrate this International Day on this occasion, and we have to sensitize people that women exist. It really pains me when a man is born from the womb of a woman, but he doesn't bother about her rights. That is what has happened in the past. But I am very happy that in the past few years and few generations, people have fought for the rights of women. Women themselves have come forward. And then we are seeing the culmination of this day, when International Women's Day is being celebrated, and we can see the gender sensitization and equality initiative club functioning with such throbbing enthusiasm in this prestigious institution. I'm really honored, I must say, that I've been invited here on this very occasion, and I'm becoming part of this historic moment of these celebrations. Now, when I look around, I find that there's a lot of young people. Maybe I must be the oldest one here. But anyway, this is a linkage, when we say it is past, present, and the future generations. That's the common link. That is what is important. What I have experienced in the past, what we people are facing now, and what the future generations are holding for us. That is the crucial link, the organic link we are having here. So when just before this session started, I had the occasion to meet my other fellow guests. To name, I thought she's a doctor, but she said, she's a life coach. Diksha Dogra and Garima Jain and Shivangi Saxena and Mr. Gagandeep Singh Sidhu. All of them are experts in their own field, and they are in the kind of professions which can really sensitize people. Just 1 minute. These life coaches who are here, with the law of attraction which they have been propagating, I think this gender sensitization is one of the core issues which can be propagated through there. In the curriculum, they can add this aspect. Garima Jain, I was very happy to know, and it is a matter of great celebration. I am saying that this is the future generation, present in the future. Garima Jain is an investigative journalist, and I had some interaction with her. Really a kind of enthusiasm, the kind of zeal which she is having towards the profession. It is certainly going to change the things a lot. Shivangi Saxena, I didn't have much interaction, but they are all experts in their field. Then, apart from these, the GSEI members whom I met before this event, Madam Sanam Sharma, Smriti Sharma, Arpita I think is not there, and Shifali Ahuja. Really, you have wonderfully conducted this program, the way you have convened it, and I'm really grateful from the cockles of my heart that you have invited me on this prestigious occasion by your prestigious institution. Now, as we all know, just coming to the topic again, International Women's Day is a global celebration of social, economic, political, cultural achievements of women of past, present, and who will be of future also. Each year, this particular day, when I said it in the beginning of my note, when I said I'm pained that we have to celebrate such an event, what to do? Women for a pretty long time during the historic period, even though we had sages, philosophers like Gargi and Maitrey, And we just spoke out Parvati and Kali and Shakti and what not. But where women were and where women are, still a lot needs to be done. And that is why these such events need to be celebrated. Even though these women represent half of the population of the world, still such events have to be celebrated because they have been oppressed, they have been subjected to atrocities unspeakable. And even now the process is continuing. So this is my appeal to the audience here. These young men and women, I must tell you that when I entered the arena of your institution, I was very happy to see a great percentage of girls here, ladies. And that is what is important. See, that is what the theme is. We have to have an inclusive society. Why 50% of the population should be left aside and only men should have a say in the affairs everywhere, even in their own personal matters? Why? The question, and that is why it is important that they have to be empowered. And men have to be sensitized as regard the gender. No, if we look back, I'm just going into the, I hope you are not bored. If I'm going back into history, I remember it was way back in 1848, perhaps, during this anti-slavery movement in America, when women tried to raise their voice, but they were snubbed. And that is why they had to pick up the cudgels and speak. The movement started then. When then the things went on like that, you see, the change doesn't come soon. It is a gradual process. And then we found in 1908, during a garment factory strike in USA, the women rose up. 15,000 women marched through the streets of New York and raised their voice against the right working condition for them, for better pay, for child labor, and also for their political rights, for right to vote, which they were denied. So it was important. And that is why, and USA, as you know, is a country known for civil liberties. It is a champion of civil liberties. American Constitution after the 1776, it is really a thing to be emulated. That is a different issue that what America does in certain democracies. It doesn't follow democratic principles. But yes, women raised their voice, and in 1909, for the first time, they celebrated National Women's Day in America. Then in 1910, in Copenhagen, in Denmark, there was this conference of working women. There it was decided that we should celebrate the political, social, cultural achievements of women. That is how this particular day came into existence. And in 1911, for the first time, even though earlier it used to be, if I am not mistaken, kindly correct me, it used to be 28th of February that Women's Day was being celebrated. Then later on, let me tell you one important aspect. When I talked about garment condition, you must have read novels like Charles Dickens. So many novels are there which talked about the abject condition, working condition, in which in the wake of industrial revolution, people used to work, even the children. So that was the time, those were the times of capitalism, and that is why the socialist movement came, and that is why the Socialist Party of America, they had only decided that we should celebrate this day. And in 1911, then they started celebrating International Women's Day, but it was still, or you can say, UN had not come into existence and it had not been recognized. Then, in 1917, in the Russian Revolution too, women played a lead role. And in fact, in Russia, Women's Day, International Women's Day was being celebrated regularly. Because it is socialism, socialist movement. And they decided, because see, when you talk about socialism, it talks about equality basically. Whether it is economic or political and all. It is a different issue that their agenda had been hijacked by certain dictators like Lenin and then Stalin later on, who gave it a different coloration altogether. Basically, when you talk about socialism, it says regarding religion all are equal. In fact, it doesn't recognize religion at all. It says religion is an opiate of masses, but it talks about the rights of all the people, economic need, social need, political need. And then in 1945, post-war, anyway, I'm just telling you in one more thing. See, world as such then and now also, whether it's the Gaza war or this war or that war, ultimately who is facing the music there? These are the women, the children. People go for war. Women are widowed. Atrocities are committed on them. So that is why women always wanted for bread and peace. I remember in 1917 in Russia they raised the voice that International Women's Day should be celebrated. And then, sorry I'm tracing this history, but it's very important. You cannot speak about the present context unless you know what the history, what the past. Then in 1945 UNO came into existence post-war, post-World War II. And in 1948, in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it was decided that whether it's race, religion, caste, sex, nobody should be discriminated upon on that particular pretext. So all should be treated equal. And later on, in 1948, what I'm talking is 1948, post in the UN, this Declaration of Human Rights was adopted. And now when we come to our country, we find that in our own constitution, if you read the preamble, I hope you are not bored, because these are very important things which you should know. आजकल ज़माना क्या है, खाली WhatsApp का है, खाली you need to have authentic knowledge, then only you can understand the present when you know what the past, what actually happened. And you see, I don't know how many of you remember the preamble of the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution says, when it was adopted on 26th of November 1949, that we the people of India solemnly have resolved to constitute India into a sovereign social democratic republic. That is one aspect. What is important is, and to secure all its citizens liberty of, justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, faith, worship and expression. And apart from that, the state will also ensure that the citizens are assured of these rights, and also there will be fraternity. They should have to foster fraternity amongst all the people for the dignity of the individual. So these things are already there. Our forefathers in the Constitution have already recognized these aspects. Only thing is that people have, for their convenience, forgotten these things. And women for a pretty long time had to just take the back seat. But it's not that things have not happened. But anyway, I'll now come to this present day again. Now this is a day when we celebrate the struggle of all these women from so many eras, so many centuries who have fought for their emancipation, fought for their rights. It is social, economic, political, cultural, or whatever it may be. So, when we see whether it is Indian context or in the international context, women through their gradual empowerment have broken all the glass barriers, whether it is of politics, whether it is of society, whether it is of culture, or the taboos. They have cast those things aside. They have been empowered, but still a lot needs to be done. Now you know, in the present context, Angela Merkel, Angela Merkel, as they call Angela or Angela Merkel, she is the first female chancellor for Germany. For a very long time she ruled. Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister of UK, Iron Lady. Indira Gandhi. There was a time when it was known that India is Indira or Indira is India. That is how. And there was a time when she was branded only as a dumb idol, dumb doll. Gungi Gudiya कहते थे उसको पहले एक टाइम में. लेकिन how she rose and how she achieved great height and power. These are the examples. And now in the present context, if you see, this lady Kamala Harris of USA, she has become the vice president. There was a Condoleezza Rice earlier. Or, for that matter, Pratibha Dev Singh Patil, she was the president. And now even Draupadi Murmu is the president of India. So women, their voices have to be heard. They have to be given space. They have to be included. And that is in fact the theme, the including theme. The theme of inclusiveness means that when you value the inclusiveness of women, then you forge a better world, right? And now it starts from home itself. There are so many women present here who are married. Even I have my wife. The kind of job which women do at home, the kind of management which they do, I'm telling you, this management institution cannot do. To manage a family is such a big thing. To give birth to a child, whether it is male or a female, to rear them, to give them education, to bring them to that level. That is what the women does. That is why they have to be recognized. That is why this International Day of Women has to be celebrated, and people have to be sensitized. Look back at your home. And then we have to create an environment, you see. What kind of environment? I also have a daughter. I also have my wife. I also have my mother. Like you all also having your siblings, your mothers and all, and your relations. How do you want them to move on the road in unsecure condition? Just anybody can say anything? No. We have to set up a kind of secure environment for them to understand their specific needs. Because you see, human life, whether it is a male or a female, it is only chance. It is only a probability that a person is born, I'm a male, my wife is a female. It is just chance. Whether we call it nature or God's providence, whatever you say. But then each life, whether it is human being or even an animal, their animal right activists also, they are championing their cause. Human life needs to find its true potential. I just heard Mr. Gagandeep before during that session. Basically, when these people are there, it is that you have to nurture so that your personality finds full expression of its potential. Your intellectual, your social, your cultural, your art, your sports, all these fields are there where women have the potential, but early in the past they were suppressed, and now also in certain places, please don't mind me. If I name a few states, like Rajasthan or Bihar, maybe certain areas in the hinterland. But on the other hand, if you see South, where they have progressed, where they have gone, you see their social indicators, the literacy, the economic indicators, where they stand, the education, the malnutrition aspect, their health needs and all, they are way ahead. So dear friends, a lot needs to be done. We are here to celebrate this thing, and this is a constant reminder of the struggle. Our whole International Custom Day as the International Women's Day celebration rooted in this particular struggle of the women from the very past. And what is happening nowadays? Where we have to fight? We have to fight where there is gender-based discrimination. There is unequal access to education and health and sanitation. Where there is limited representation of the women in leadership. Why women cannot be in the governing bodies? Why women cannot be in the political system? But when I told about Indira Gandhi, or when I told you about Pratibha Devi Singh Patil, or even Draupadi Murmu, these are just few names. But I would like all my dear children here, for me, you are all children, because I am much older to you. These future generation, I want all of them to realize their full potential, and I want all the males here as alliance partner to understand, to have this empathy that they also have women in their homes, whether they're their daughter or their sister or their mother. So each one of them deserves to find a place on this planet with dignity, full expression, and I hope I have not bored you. Now, coming to the different aspect altogether. And here I salute Hindi film industry. You know, Hindi film industry is known for certain bad things, but is also having good. It has brought out beautiful movies like Bad Man, Toilet Ek Prem Katha. Who doesn't know about this thing? Chapak. See, these are the kind of movies should be made, and so that women should know about their rights. Nilbata Sanata, I think ये भी मैंने हाल में देखे नहीं है, पर सुना है इसका नाम. Such beautiful movies they have made. And Chak De Yaar, fantastic movie. I say that a coach, he was from our service only, from the customs. The coach who himself could not succeed and he was much maligned. He raised this wonderful band of women who were diverse. I'm talking about diversity also here. They were diverse. They were girls from Jharkhand, Sui Mui, if you remember. There was a girl from Chandigarh who was very forward. There was a girl, Punjabi girl, who was very tall, who used to feel a lot of anger. But that coach brought them all together, taught them nationalism, and see what laurels they won for India. Wonderful, Bhumi, that chuck there. So I want all of you in the managerial positions later on, in whatever institution you join, for that matter, I don't know whether you people know or not, there are Vishaka guidelines. They are called something called Vishaka guidelines, where the court had given a judgment where regarding the sexual harassment at work. So, that is what we have to say. लगता है माइक में चाहता है कि मैं ज़्यादा बोल रहा इसके आगे खैर एनीवे तो विशाखा गाइडलाइंस हैं so we all should see later on when whatever institution we join, whether government bodies, whether it is private sector, that women are given a place of dignity. The males, like I'm just quoting it just came to mind. If you remember Emma Watson of Harry Potter fame, you know, in 2014, she was made the ambassador, and she had this movement which she propagated, he for she. He said, it's not my battle only, it is your battle too. So it is a battle of all these male, and I'm very happy that so many male partners are also there to celebrate this particular occasion. And for that matter, Malala Yousafzai of Pakistan, when she was also on the verge of almost killed by Taliban, she still is there. She won a Nobel Prize. She is celebrated, and she is still advocating the rights of the women. So friends, I'll just wind up here. लेकिन इससे पहले छोड़ूंगा नहीं, एक लाइन बोलूंगा अभी और. Just one line last, and that will be in the form of a song. Just 2 lines. Bear with me. Because this is very close to my heart. When I saw the movie तारे ज़मीं पे, उसका एक पहले गाना है. तो मैं जब बच्चियों को देखता हूँ ना सामने, कोई मेरी अपनी बेटी है, she is a doctor, she is a senior resident in RML hospital. तो मैं देखता हूँ तो मुझे ये आता है, देखो इन्हें ये है औस की बूंदें, पत्तों की गोद में आसमां से कूदे, अंगड़ाई ले करवट बदल के, नाजुक से मोती हंस दे फिसल के, खो न जाए तारे ज़मीन पर. आप सबको कोशिश करनी है कि ये तारे कभी ज़मीन पे नहीं आएंगे, ये भी खिलेंगे, आगे बढ़ेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बेयरिंग मी. थैंक यू सो मच.
Truly phenomenal. Thank you, sir. That was truly inspirational. From the history tour you took us on to the anecdotes you shared, you truly illuminated our minds, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, your words were truly powerful. It really made us all realize the importance of inspiring inclusion in all aspects of our life.
Absolutely. And to further explore this theme and celebrate the diverse perspectives, we have a special performance coming up for our audience.
Exactly. Joining us now is the incredibly talented Harshit Singhal from Samagra. He will be taking the stage with a captivating mono act performance that's sure to leave us all inspired.
मुझे चौथी बार भी फायर कर दिया. वही पहले तो फाइल्स पेंडिंग छोड़ दो और कोई एम्प्लॉय काम कर दे और फिर गलती से 2 घंटे के लिए नैप ले ले तो विकास, यू वर स्लीपिंग, यू आर फायर्ड नाउ. हमेशा का हो गया है भाई इन लोगों का. मैं कितनी बार देख चुका हूँ. आज का दिन मेरा बुरा जा रहा है भाई. आज ना मुझे माँ की भी बड़ी याद आ रही है. 8 महीने हो गए जब मैं उससे लड़के गया था घर से. अब तक एक भी बार बात नहीं हुई है हमारी. सोच रहा हूँ आज उसे एक बार कॉल कर लूँ. चल ठीक है भाई, ध्यान रख। माँ इतना बुरा मान गई है क्या मेरे से कि मेरे कॉल भी नहीं उठा रही है, मुझसे बात भी नहीं कर रही है। मुझे पता है अब हमारे बीच बात नहीं होती है, और ये भी मेरे अहंकार के वजह से है जो मेरे को रोकता है तेरे से बात करने के लिए। पर आज मैं तेरे से कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। जब तू घर की मिट्टी भी साफ करती थी ना माँ, तो लगता था तू चांद से मिट्टी हटा रही है। जब तू घर से चली जाती थी ना, तब चाहे मैं तुझे मुंह फुलाए घर से विदा करता था, पर कशिश तो मेरी जिंदगी में तभी भरती थी जब तू वापस लौट आती थी। मैं अपने से जो बातें नहीं कर पाता था, जब मैं खुद से कुछ नहीं बोल पाता था, तब मैं बस तेरे से बोल पाता था। तब भी मैंने तेरे साथ इतना दुर्व्यवहार किया जैसे तू एक नौकर हो। तूने कितनी जिंदगियां देखी, कितना दुख देखा, पर सुख दिया बस मेरे को, वो भी शायद इसलिए क्योंकि तू मुझे मेरे पैदा होने से पहले से जानती है। क्योंकि इतना निस्वार्थ तो या भगवान हो सकता है, या तो वो जिसको भगवान भी नमन करते होंगे। मुझे इतना गुस्सा आता है ना जब तू मुझे समझ नहीं पाती है, इसलिए मैं सोचता था कि मैं एक गामा पहलवान हूँ, जिसको किसी की जरूरत नहीं है, जो रह सकता है अकेले। पर जब भी मैं जिस सड़क पे भी निकलता हूँ ना माँ, मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं कहीं खो सा जाता हूँ। पर जब पत्ता भी मेरे लिए नहीं हिलता है ना, तब मैं बस तुझे ही पाता हूँ। आज मैं बस तेरे से एक ही चीज़ सुनना चाहता हूँ कि तू एक बार मुझे वापस कॉल करके कह दे कि ओए नालायक, इतना भावुक मत होए कर। मुझे तेरे से कोई शिकायत नहीं है, मुझे तेरे से कोई शिकायत नहीं है।
It's my immense pleasure to invite someone whose word have power to stir our souls and ignite our imaginations. Please join me in welcoming Palak Kumari, editorial head of GSCI Society, with a huge round of applause.
सीता का हरण रावण करे, ऐसा उसने बल कहा। लंकापति जरूर था, परंतु शिव धनुष उठाने का तेज कहाँ। छूने मात्र से जल जाए जो, वो क्या हरण कर पाएगा। ऐसा झूठा अहंकार माता को छल से लक्ष्मण रेखा पार कराएगा। उस लक्ष्मी की रक्षा क्या लक्ष्मण रेखा, क्या जटायु कर पाएगा। बिना उसकी इच्छा के तो रावण भी एक लफ्ज बोल ना पाएगा। अग्नि की पुत्री वो, उनसा किसी में तेज कहाँ। अग्नि की पुत्री वो, उनसा किसी में तेज कहाँ। शिव धनुष की रक्षक वो, उनसे कोई बलवान कहाँ। मर्यादा की मूरत वो, उनका नाम निष्फल नहीं। उनका सा श्रृंगार कहाँ। भगवान विष्णु ने चरण गुहारे हैं। 14 साल श्री राम के थे, उन्होंने 23 साल गुजारे हैं। बिना किसी सहायता के उन्होंने 2 वीर उजाए हैं। उनका सा स्वाभिमान कहाँ, धरती में जाना स्वीकार था। उनका सा स्वाभिमान कहाँ, धरती में जाना स्वीकार था। अपनी शुद्धता का लेकिन प्रमाण देना इनकार था। धन्यवाद।
OP Jindal Global University. Her research focuses on the narratives of rape survivors, employing the lens of narrative victimology and psychology. Beyond academia, she actively advocates for women's rights and collaborates with social workers and feminist organizations. Her impactful research spans gender psychology, mental health, and cyber psychology. We are glad to have you here, ma'am. The stage is all yours.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for such a kind introduction. I'm audible to everyone? Yes? Okay. So I am Garima and I am a psychologist and I teach in OP Jindal Global University, and the courses that I teach are psychology of gender-based violence, and I am a criminal psychologist, and my area of specialization is into gender, and my PhD is on the rape victims. So today the topic, first of all, I would really like to congratulate all the students for such a wonderful program that you all have like really organized. And when I got an invitation to this program, I just felt, what is it that I will talk today? Okay, so they gave me certain topics, and one of the topic that really stood out for me was inclusive parenting. Okay, so today I will be talking about inclusive parenting, but can I please request everyone to please be a little silent? All of you, please, so that all of you, please, at the back, can I request your attention? Thank you so much. I know lecture is not something we enjoy, but we can at least give it a try today. Yeah? Okay, thank you so much. All right, so I am a feminist, and today I want to tell you a story. When I was 12 years old, I was in the Japanese park. I used to stay in Rohini. I was in Japanese park with my father, and I said, Papa, you differentiate between me and my brother. My father stopped and he said, why are you saying this? For me, both you and your brother are same, equal. Like you are my one eye and your brother is your other eye. I was not convinced with his answer. And I said, you are really concerned about what he would like to be when he becomes an adult. What are his dreams and aspirations? What is it that he wants to become? But you never asked me, what is it that I want to become? You told me that I want to be that you will become a teacher. So he was really taken aback because he could see a rebel in me. He could see that I was not happy, that I was angry. And he tried to explain it to me, the reason why he wanted me to be a teacher, because that confined into a role that a woman needs to be a teacher. That is the perfect role, isn't it? So he tried to explain it to me, but I was not convinced. But I think in that day, I became a feminist because I started questioning everything around me. So what happened later? That when we talk about inclusive parenting, the most important aspect of inclusion and feminism, they go hand in hand. Feminism is something that propagates equality, right? It is something that talks about equality among gender and inclusion among gender. So when we talk about equality and inclusion, the most important aspect of inclusive parenting is love. And we don't talk about love. I was teaching my students. मैंने उनको बोला कि बहुत सारे institutions हैं, educational institution, marriage, religion, family. You identify violence and you identify love in these institutions. They were so good in identifying violence. This is where the violence is. This is where patriarchy is. but they really struggled with love. And they were asking me, what do you mean by love? What is it that you mean by love? So I said, love, how do you define love? And then they were really thinking, how is it that we define love? And when I was in my college, at that time, for me, love was a feeling. It's an emotion, right? You basically love a person, it's a feeling that you have for that person. But when you say that love is a feeling, that means you have absolutely no responsibility and accountability for it. Zero. So Bell Hooks, she's a writer and she wrote a book called All About Love. And she said it's very important to define love. It's very important to give love some words. And love is not merely a feeling. Love is action. Love is a choice. Love is an intention. Love is a verb. It's a work. So when we say, that day when my father was trying to convince me that he finds absolutely no difference between me and my brother, but he was unable to convince me because somewhere koi component of love was missing. So what Bell Hooks say? She said that there are 9 components of love: care, affection, recognition, respect, commitment, trust, honesty, justice, and open communication. What my papa could show me was care and affection. But maybe that day he couldn't show me the recognition. He couldn't give me that respect that I want to be something else. Ask me what is it that I want to become. And that day, maybe I started questioning the entire gamut of love. I want to ask everyone who is sitting in this room, how many of you have ever been punished? Punished. Only one? Punished by parents, punished by teachers. Punishment. Simple. All, I think, majority. Right? Thank you. Now I want to ask you that why is it so our parents say, I am punishing you because I love you. I am scolding you because I love you. Can love and punishment coexist? Can love and violence coexist? Is it possible? I'm asking you. Because as far as जहाँ पे हम आजकल movies देख रहे हैं कबीर सिंह और एनिमल, उसके हिसाब से तो it can coexist. And then we confuse our understanding of love because inclusive parenting propagates equality, it propagates justice. Inclusive parenting doesn't propagate the idea of punishment. How can we punish our children and yet say that we love you? That means we are not teaching them to love properly, isn't it? Another aspect that I wish to raise today is that we are celebrating International Women's Day on 8th of March. Right? And when we talk about women, we cannot talk about women unless and until we don't talk about men. Right? And there is some kind of conspiracy happening in this world. I have a 4-year-old son. And when I go to a shop, I see pink is for girls and blue is for boys. Right? And there I see that there is some conspiracy happening. What is that conspiracy? The conspiracy is that girls, they are nurturing, they are caring, they are submissive. Girls cannot be aggressive. Girls are healers. Girls are someone who has to be protected. You have to protect them. Who are fragile, who want assurance from time to time because they go through so many self-doubts. And they are powerless. They are vulnerable. They are mothers, they take care of the house. They are teachers, they are psychologists. They can be gynecologists, they can be hairdresser, they can be nurse. Whereas boys, they are strong. they are assertive, they are leaders, they are sure. They know they are decision makers, they are protectors, they are powerful, but they don't have emotions. They are army officers, police officers, astronauts, and we live in this binary of men and women. We live in this binary world of men and women. And that is where the biggest conspiracy exists. And this is where I also find lot of struggle in raising my 4-year-old, because he say when he go to a shop that I want to buy a blue color toy. And then I say that colors are not gendered. Why are you giving a color a particular gender? But when he goes outside the premise of home, he could see everything which is gendered right now. And when we talk about this binary, that in itself propagates inequality, as a result of which, with respect to inclusive parenting, it is the role of a parent to give that assurance, to model a behavior of equality among husband and wife first. Isn't it? It's very important for mother and father to model the behavior of equality. Then only we will be able to replicate the same form of justice. 1984, the High Court of our country said that each and every individual in our country holds fundamental rights as per the Constitution of India. But these fundamental rights has to stop at the door of the family, because in the family, fundamental rights cannot persist. It's not possible. Because families will collapse if in case fundamental rights will come in the family. If in case each and every individual is treated with equality and dignity. If in case there is no man who is heading the house of the family. If children are given equal respect in the family, how will families operate? Because families essentially operate on the premise of hierarchy, on the premise of boundaries, where men is the head of the house and women takes care of the house. Makes sense? Of course. But at the same time, when we talk about power, why are we limiting power only to authority? When we are talking about power, why are we limiting the definition of power to dominance? Power can also be influence. As parents, our role for our children is that we become their biggest influence and not someone who are an authority figure to them. I think we can do that much for our children. And when it comes to understanding the aspect of boys and girls being raised differently, that's where inclusive parenting has to intervene. Because we need to raise our children not based on their gender. We need to raise our children based on their aspirations, based on their desires, based on their dreams, based on what is it that they want to become, and not whether they are a girl or a boy. And I would like to sum it up by a quote which was written by Nivedita Menon in a book called Seeing Like a Feminist. And she said, if you see breasts and long hair coming, they call it a woman. Beard and whiskers, they call it a man. But look at the self that hovers in between, which is neither a man or a woman. Because in every man there is a woman, and in every woman there is a man. Thank you so much.
Applying the law of attraction, she has helped thousands of the clients, partnered with renowned personalities and organizations, and authored many blogs and articles. She is also a Josh Talk speaker and a recipient of High Excellence Award. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful presence. Please, the stage is all yours.
everyone. Guys, hello. I can see people over there discussing something. All right. I'm so elated to be here as it reminded me of my own college days. Thank you, Rajni ma'am, amazing team, for having me here. The topic I chose to speak on is overcoming barriers, obstacles faced by the women in this society. But before I start, let's give a huge round of applause to each other as we came together and celebrating this wonderful event called Sangini. This topic, whenever this topic comes, I always find myself going back to my roots. I do remember how many dreams I had to kill. Not like kill, but yeah, actually kill just to fit in the society. You know, it happens with all of us, right? आप में से कुछ लोग कुछ सोचा होगा ये मेरा सपना है, but उस सपने के लिए मुझे ये करना है. But I don't know whether society will accept it or not. Who is society? Bunch of people we know. That's what society is for us, right? हमें बाहर अफगानिस्तान के लोगों से, पाकिस्तान के लोगों से क्या लेना? अभी immediate जो जिन लोगों को हम जानते हैं, that is what society is for us. वो क्या सोचेंगे? वो क्या बोलेंगे? वो क्या कहेंगे? क्यों? कैसे? क्यों? बार-बार जब भी कोई सपना आता है, डर लगता है. I used to get scared a lot. Why? Because how will I let people know that I'm not a bad person? If I have a dream, I really want to fulfill it. I really want to achieve it. But I cannot. Why? Society. That's what happens with us, right? From being a small girl to a grown-up woman, each one of us are always told what to do. That's what Garima said, sir said, right? कि हमेशा हमें बोला जाता है, अच्छा ये करो, ऐसे मत करो, ये मत पहनो, always being judged by people. इतना ही बोलना, ज़्यादा मत बोलना, ये पहन के जाना, ऐसे मत जाना. बस सपने देख के क्या करोगे? घर संभालो, घर संभाल रही हो ना, make sacrifices. अरे यार, बस करो, बस करो. This society, by doing this, has created so many barriers around us. And we, as a woman, somewhere accepted that we are just born to live inside those barriers. But no, no. By doing this, we are somewhere forgetting who we are as an individual. But remember one thing, it's not the society who has been given this chance to live life. We too have been given this chance to live life, and it's our responsibility to make it damn beautiful. When we can step out and do things for others, when we can step out and teach others, when we can step out and tell people how they can lead better, we too can step out and do things for ourselves. Through my experience, I'll be sharing 5 things which can help you in overcoming barriers, obstacles, whatever comes your way. I'm not telling you what to do, but just a little nudge towards the right path where you can achieve indomitable success. I believe all of you want to do something in your life, right? All of you are looking forward to have beautiful life, amazing, amazing life, and a great success. Your dream is not to just sit and listen to others, but also to achieve something in your life, right? But how to do so? Right now, you are at a very beautiful place. College life बहुत मस्त होती है यार, बहुत मस्त होती है. As I said, when I stepped in, I do remember my own college days, sitting there, enjoying, having fun with my buddies. But now is the time to be here and letting you people know that what real world is and how others are waiting for you, holding the barriers just to wait for you. ये आएंगे तो बस हम barrier लगाएंगे. But now, this is the time you need to decide whether you are going to be trapped in that barrier, obstacle, or you have to smash it and step forward to actually live your dream. So I'll be discussing my 5 points considering the time we have. So are you guys excited? अरे नहीं सोने वाली आवाज नहीं, जागने वाली बताओ. Are you guys excited? That's what I want. Great. So first thing, protect your dream. Now protect not like कि यार कोई बच्चा है तो उसे protect करना है. You can do like that too, but the way you protect your things. ये मेरी फेवरेट ड्रेस है, मुझे इसे संभाल के रखना है. ये मेरा फेवरेट शूज है, मुझे ये अच्छे से रखना है. मम्मा मेरी इस फेवरेट चीज को हाथ मत लगाओ, ये खराब हो जाएगी. How about your dream? Your dream, right? Do not let anybody come and tell you this is what you need to do, what you need to achieve. Decide yourself and protect your dream. Your goal in your life is not to handle obstacles, barriers, or shatter any glass ceiling, but to achieve that dream so that if any barriers comes your way, you smash that and move forward and set higher standards for yourself. Second thing, I learned it through a very hard way, guys. It's not like that I was sitting there and I just learned it. It's my experience through my own journey. Nothing is impossible. My incredible mother taught me this. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to do, no matter how many obstacles you have in your path, when you believe in yourself, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. Because nothing is, come on guys, impossible. Another thing, comparison. You know, I have seen it a lot, and I'm sure you must have seen it too, that because of the less opportunities, we keep on elbowing other women. Let me do that and grab this opportunity. Don't do that. There is only one you, and you are unique. Nobody can take things which are there just for you. So never compare yourself to others. Be your own unique self. How many of you have heard about Manushi Chiller? Just read about her, how she won the pageant. It's not because of, elbowing other women or being very good at what she does. Apart from that, there are several other things which the judge took into consideration to make sure that she wins. She supported another woman. So every time when you step out, you are seeing another woman doing something, do not elbow. Support her. Support her in her journey so that whenever you are alone, there are other women supporting you. Another thing, celebrating life. All of us, due to being involved in so many things, right? College assignment hai, functions hai, events hai, tuition hai, आगे क्या करना है, so many things, घर पे क्या है, a lot of things are there. But are we really thinking about what we have achieved in a day? Like maybe someone, commented you, someone said that you are looking so beautiful, you are looking so good, you did really well, that I can see number of women, supporting this event. Have you ever thought about, writing down what you have achieved today and how to celebrate it? Do not underestimate your power, girls. Alright? Celebrate whatever you have achieved in your life, even though it's small, because our mind likes to win. So give your mind enough proof that you are incredible, because you truly are. So whenever you feel low, do not look forward to external motivation, because that will get fizzled away in a moment. Look for internal motivation. Read your journal, whatever achievements you have achieved till so far, and motivate yourself to move ahead, overcome all the barriers which are there, and live your dream. Achieve that indomitable success which is right there waiting for you. Last, the most important and my favorite, gratitude. Gratitude, what I say, it is killer to all the invisible issues. Like, ma'am said that, right? Self-doubt, low self-esteem, low confidence. आप में से बहुत लोग शायद वहाँ से यहाँ आना चाहते हो. Like I said, I saw that pretty girl did the poetry, right? But शायद आप में से बहुत लोग सोचते होंगे कि यार मुझे ये करना था, मे बी मुझे डांस करना था, मे बी मुझे ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम में रहना था, बट नहीं, that fear, that worry, what others will say, right? Again, डर जाते हैं हम. डर जाते हैं कि यार ये कर लिया, कुछ गलत हो गया तो लोग क्या कहेंगे, right? But keep this thing aside and use gratitude as the antidote of all these things. It can help you a lot, because you can either be grateful or be fearful. So you decide what you want to be. So be grateful for whatever you have. If you have money to come here and receive the wonderful education from the amazing teachers, you should be grateful. If you can walk, talk, sit, see, be grateful. I believe in this quote, like attract like. So if you be grateful, you'll be getting more opportunities to be grateful for. So whenever any obstacle comes your way, first thing, protect your dream. All right? And when you're protecting your dream, never forget that one thing, that nothing is impossible. And when nothing is impossible, you make sure that you are not comparing yourself to anybody else, because you are unique and that's your superpower. Use it. And when you are achieving so many things, you must know that you have to celebrate your life too. That's way too important. You may not understand it right now, but when you will step in the real world, you will understand the power of these things. All right, and the last, be grateful for whatever you have achieved. That will lead you to more things which you can achieve in your life. Now, one line for all the boys here, okay? It's not only about girls, women sitting here, but to boys as well. Never be afraid of bringing your woman, your girl, in the spotlight. Be there to support her. Summing up with one line, no quote, just a line. Girls and the wonderful women sitting here, don't wait for anybody to tell you that how powerful you are. Spread your wings, fly, and know yourself how powerful you actually are. Thank you.
Let us all have a huge round of applause for ma'am. It was truly phenomenal how she taught us the art of living and how we should chase our dreams and never give up.
Thank you, ma'am, for those insightful interactions.
Ms. Deeksha was truly inspiring. It really opened our eyes to the importance of diversity.
Absolutely. And you know what empowers me even more? Seeing women express themselves in their own unique ways.
Which is why we have a fantastic performance coming up next.
Brace yourself to be captivated by a stunning performance that celebrates the diverse ways women express their strength and empowers through the art of classical dance.
And yes, you guessed it right. We are talking about the one and only Nirvana, the Indian Dance Society of MAIMS. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause.
मेरा बेटा तो पैसे कमा ही रहा है, तुम्हें तुम्हें कमाने की क्या जरूरत है? अब बहुत कर ली वकालत, पर मेरे घर में नहीं चलेगी। लड़कियां जितना भी पढ़ लिख लें, शादी के बाद तो उन्हें चूल्हा चौका ही संभालना पड़ता है। अब तुम्हें ये सब कुछ छोड़ना होगा और परिवार और अपने सपनों के बीच में कुछ एक चुनना होगा। मैं तुम्हारे आंगन में आई थी, मन में कुछ अरमान संजोए थे, नव जीवन के उमंग भरे सपने पिरोए थे, अपने भी तुम्हारे लिए खोए थे। मेरे भी कुछ सपने थे, मेरे भी कुछ अरमान थे, क्या वो भी मेरी आज़ादी की तरफ कुचले जाएंगे?
दुनिया छूना चाहे मुझको यूं, जैसे उनकी सारी की सारी दुनिया देखे रूप मेरा, कोई ना जाने बेचारी हाय टूटे सारे की सारे तेरे इश्क में हुए आवारे हाय टूटे सारे की सारे तेरे इश्क में हुए आवारे मैं।
आंसू बहाना अब छोड़ दे तू, हासिल कर एक नया मुकाम। पिंजरे में रहना अब छोड़ दे तू, आसमां में उड़ना सीख ले तू। एक नया अब इतिहास बना तू, कामयाबी के निशान छोड़ दे तू।
मैं स्त्री हूँ, मैं नारी हूँ, मैं कली हूँ, मैं फुलवारी हूँ, मैं दर्शन हूँ, मैं दर्पण हूँ, मैं नाद हूँ, मैं गर्जन हूँ, मैं बेटी हूँ, मैं बहन हूँ, मैं पत्नी हूँ, मैं माता हूँ, मैं द्रौपदी हूँ, मैं सीता हूँ, मैं बलिदानों की गाथा हूँ।
कैसी लगती है कमोजी? तुम्हें कैसी लगती है?
सोनी सोनी सी कुड़ी नु मौज में रहने देना, दुनिया क्यों, हाँ दुनिया क्यों है कितनी शानदार कुड़ी ये कर देगी कमाल, इसे झूमने दे अपनी बीत दे, कुड़ी नु नचने दे, हाँ नचने दे, तू आज लगाने दे ठुमके, हाँ चमके, कुड़ी नु नचने दे, हाँ नचने दे, तू सारे अफगान छड़ के
जगमगाती लड़कियां, झिलमिलाती लड़कियां, जिनके दीवाने तुम ही तो हो। हंसती गाती लड़कियां, खिलखिलाती लड़कियां, चाहती सब क्या है ये सुनो। इन सब के मन में क्या, इनकी धड़कन में क्या, सुनो जरा सपने क्या है, इन आँखों में दिल में है क्या अरमान। Shake it off, boogie and shake it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I hear my body talk to me. So shake it off, boogie and shake it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Girls like to swing. जरा आगे निकल के, नए रंगों में ढल के, अंदाज बदल के, जाने हिचकिचाना नहीं है। मस्ती में है जीना, जीवन रस पीना, ये बात हुई ना, यानी अब शर्माना नहीं है।
पकड़ा गया भाई।
That performance was truly wonderful.
That was mesmerizing. The journey.
On this note, we would like to invite Mr. Wangi Saxena to the stage to share her words of wisdom. Mr. Wangi Saxena, she is a renowned and celebrated journalist. She studied gender, culture and development studies at Savitribai Phule, Pune University. She has won many awards for her works, such as UNPF Ladli Award and Samvidhan Sanved Fellowship. She is a role model for many people. Let us welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Students from journalism or law. Yeah, great. So basically, I am also an alumni of this college. I am from the COVID batch, the popular COVID batch 2017 and 2020. And I have studied bachelor's in journalism and mass communication from here. And then I started working as a journalist with a organization called Gaon Connection, which is run by a popular journalist Nilesh Mishra. After working for like 5 months with them, where I covered agriculture and the farmers' protest that was going on at that time, I joined a news portal called newslaundry.com, which is an investigative portal where I worked for 1.5 years and where I have developed an interest in investigative reporting. I was covering gender-based violence, extremism, religious minorities, and all of that. And then suddenly in 2021, something happened, and which is related to today's event that we will discuss. And something happened, and I had to discontinue my job and have to go to Pune to complete my master's in gender, culture and development studies. After a break of about 8-9 months, I have come back and I have joined Dainik Bhaskar's national reporting team, which is its investigative and special reporting team. So this is a background, a little bit background about myself and about the topic that I am designated. It's promoting diversity at workplace, addressing the significance of diversity and inclusion, initiated in creating equitable work environment. First of all, let's just clear the theoretical aspects of it and then we can go to the practical of it. So, what is diversity and inclusion and gender? When we say gender, it doesn't mean just men and women. It does also mean the transgenders, the people with special abilities, people who comes from diverse backgrounds, different race, class, age, caste and colors. That is gender. Now talking about diversity and inclusion. Now these both terms are very interrelated. When there is inclusion, there is diversity. Inclusion mostly means a workspace where everybody's thoughts are respected and where everyone is helping and supporting to achieve each other's goals without discriminating on the basis of anything. Now going back to 2021. Now why आज हमें इतनी ज़रूरत क्यों है कि हम diversity, gender inclusion, women discrimination की हमें बात करनी पड़ रही है when we are in the 21st century? See, men and women at workplace, they have similar kind of experiences. They are being harassed, they are being threatened. But when it comes to women, it translates to sexual violence, right? And I'm talking about 2021. Now, at 2021, I was in newslaundry.com and I was sent to cover an assignment. जहाँ पर पहुँच के मुझे दिखा there were anti-minority slogans being raised, and that too just 100 meters apart from the parliament of our country. And I recorded that, and that news went viral. It went to the parliament of the country, and there were several FIRs from both the sides. There were a lot of pressure from all the sides, and I was made to quit my job. My parents forced me कि अभी ये सब नहीं करना है, अभी इसको छोड़ के आगे बढ़ते हैं, कुछ और पढ़ो तुम एंड मास्टर्स करो. वहाँ से वो प्रेशर बिल्ड होना शुरू हो गया था. बट आई वॉज एडमेंट दैट मुझे तो यही करना है. In 2022, all those people who were arrested in 2021 for the report that I did went out on bail. They were released on bail. They were released on bail. And in 2022, when I was at Burari Maidan, went to cover another event, these people were there. And I saw a group was being mob lynched by a group of 20-30 men. And I was standing just 100 meters apart from them, and I was recording everything. I was shooting that on my camera, and the women police was also there. So I was, मुझे ऐसा डर नहीं था कि यार पुलिस तो खड़ी है मेरे साथ में, क्या कर लेंगे. But you know, my cameraman was dragged, and people started beating him in the presence of police. And now it was my responsibility कि मुझे आगे जाकर बचाना है, right? And there were 5 men who dragged me into the mob, and they tried to molest, tried to harass at the workplace. And that was my workplace, right? Your workplace is in a cabin, mine was on field. And that news went in all national dailies. My parents saw it, and the other day my mother locked the house. उन्होंने बोला कि अभी मुझे घर से ही बाहर नहीं जाने दिया जाएगा, बिकॉज ये काम तो हमारे घर की लड़कियां नहीं कर सकती है. And somehow there were things, and you know, and I was almost at the verge of quitting the profession. And I was sent to Pune to complete my masters in gender, culture and development studies. And तब मैंने सोच लिया था कि यार करना तो जर्नलिज्म ही है, वो कीड़ा तो काट चुका है. And उसके बाद I joined दैनिक भास्कर's national reporting team, and I'm fortunate enough कि मेरे editors are everybody's dream boss. So recently what happened, I would like to give this example जिससे पता चलेगा कि आज भी हम inclusion of women at workplace क्यों बात करते हैं. So I went to Haldwani all alone to cover this incident, a violence which broke between the police and the minority community. And I was sent to cover that. I was alone, but I was adamant that I have to bring out the truth. I have to reach out to the families who were shot down by the, allegedly by the police. I went there inside, I met the families. The other day, next day, the report came out, and the DGP called my boss, my editor, that look, if you don't take down the article, we will sue you. But my editors thankfully were great enough. They supported me, they stood by my side. The next day again, I had to come back to Delhi that day. I had a train booked in the evening. That day I was called at the SSP office. I was asked to sit there for 2 hours. I was repeatedly being bashed by the police officers who were showing screenshots of my news. मतलब जो मुझे वो दिखा रहे थे वो forwarded screenshots थे मेरे रिपोर्ट के, जबकि there was a video to it, there was no anonymous quote, and I was being bashed for doing that story. And seeing a woman so vulnerable and alone, they called me, they started saying things, and I couldn't handle that alone. And after that, a senior police official asked me to give in writing that I tried to spread fake news, and I tried to breach the curfew imposed by the police, and वहाँ का जो सामाजिक सौहार्द है वो मैंने बिगाड़ने की कोशिश की है. And they asked me to give it in writing. And the IPS officer who was sitting there, I told him, see, there is a procedure. I would give it in writing. I don't have a problem. But legal notice to do uska. Legal notice ke bina, how can I give it in writing? But then there was, there was things being said and called. Now what? इसका implication क्या होता है? इसका outcome क्या होता है? इसका outcome ये होता है कि लड़कियों के लिए वो वर्क स्पेस कितना ज़्यादा वल्नरेबल बना दिया जाता है, कितना ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी बना दिया जाता है. वी डोंट हियर मेल जर्नलिस्ट हैविंग सिमिलर एक्सपीरियंसेस. जब एक विमेन, आई थिंक विमेन वुड रिलेट टू इट इफ देयर इज अ ट्रांस वुमेन, वो भी शायद, जब हम लोग घर से बाहर निकलते हैं हम लोगों को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि हम किस तरह के कपड़े पहन के निकल रहे हैं। हम लोगों को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि जिस जगह हम जा रहे हैं क्या वहाँ पर प्रॉपर सैनिटेशन, वॉशरूम, टॉयलेट होगा या नहीं होगा। हम लोगों को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि जिनसे हम बात कर रहे हैं उनके साथ हम सही लैंग्वेज यूज़ कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, क्या हम उनको कोई हिंट तो नहीं दे रहे हैं, क्या हम उनसे कुछ गलत तरह से तो नहीं बात कर रहे हैं। एंड विमेन एट वर्क प्लेस जनरली टेक्स ऑल दिस बिकॉज लड़कियों को उस स्पेस तक पहुंचने के लिए ही बहुत पापड़ बेलने पड़ता है। एंड वी टेक इट वाई, बिकॉज वहाँ तक एक तो पहुँचना ही मुश्किल है, उसके बाद सर्वाइव करने के लिए हम हर लिमिट तक अपना अब्यूज़ सह लेते हैं, राइट। So in these kind of situation, what is important is to have a very good and an educated leader with us. I am very, very fortunate that I worked with the country's best editors and they trained me well. They never said कि तुम लड़की हो इसलिए इस प्रोजेक्ट पे नहीं जा सकती हो या अकेले नहीं जा सकते हो। आई कवर नक्सलिज्म, आई वेंट टू छत्तीसगढ़ बस्तर टू कवर दिस स्टोरी जहाँ पर नक्सलाइट्स को मारने की वजह से औरतें विधवा हो जा रही है एंड दैट टू एट अ मास स्केल, मास लेवल। और खैर जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसमें मैं नहीं जाऊंगी, बट आई वॉज सेंट देयर विदाउट एनी ट्रेनिंग। नाउ ट्रेनिंग्स आर लैकिंग, दिस आई वांट टू पॉइंट आउट। हम लोग जिस भी वर्क स्पेस में जाते हैं वहाँ पे विमेन को कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं दी जाती है कि आपसे कोई किसी तरह बात करेगा तो आपको क्या जवाब देना है, या आपको गलत तरह से टच किया जाएगा तो आपको क्या करना है। इस तरह की कोई जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन ट्रेनिंग नहीं दी जाती है। आई वॉज सेंट टू बस्तर टू कवर नक्सलिज्म एंड आई हैड नो आइडिया हाउ टू कवर इट। मुझे नहीं पता अगर मेरे सामने कोई नक्सलाइट आकर खड़ा हो जाता है मुझे क्या करना है, या जिस लोकल रिपोर्टर के साथ मैं जा रही हूँ कल को हो सकता है वो मेरे साथ कुछ कर दे, राइट। द यूजुअल थ्रेट दैट वुमेन हैव। इस तरह की जो चीज़ें हैं ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि एक वर्क प्लेस पे हो, एक जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन हो, लीडर्स जो हैं वो एजुकेटेड हों, वो आपको समझें, आपके साथ खड़े हों। Then there is POSH and ICC, POSH Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace and ICC's Internal Complaints Committee. You would be shocked to know that most of the corporates do not have ICC. आज भी इंटरनल कंप्लेंट कमेटी नहीं है। आई डोंट नो हम कॉलेजेस में भी है कि नहीं है, राइट। लोग एक दूसरे से ही बस बता देते हैं, प्रोफेसर को बता देंगे या फिर एडिटर्स को बता देंगे या जो भी आपका इमीडिएट बॉस है उसको बता देंगे, एंड वो भी मोस्टली मेल होते हैं। तो देयर इज अ टेंडेंसी कि वो बोलेंगे अरे यार तुम्हें तो ऐसे ही लगता है, तुम्हें तो वैसा ही लगता है, राइट। सो देयर इज दिस काइंड ऑफ, दैट इज वाई डाइवर्सिटी इज इम्पोर्टेंट। I want to just highlight one another example, the last example. जब हम इंक्लूजन की बात कर रहे हैं हम ट्रांसजेंडर्स की बात नहीं करते। ट्रांसजेंडर में भी ट्रांस वुमन की हम बात नहीं करते। सो ट्रांस वुमेन इज बेसिकली अ पर्सन हु इज बायोलॉजिकली बोर्न एज अ मेल एंड नाउ एसोसिएट एज अ वुमन। किन्नर को आप समझ सकते हैं। I was doing these stories. I'm a Samvidhan Samvad Fellow 2024 where I work for the upliftment of the transgender community in Madhya Pradesh, specifically in 2 tier cities. So I was doing a story on the struggles of trans women जो गांव से निकलकर शहरों में रहने आए हैं, कैसे अपनी आइडेंटिटी छुपा के वहाँ रहते हैं। एंड वो खबर पब्लिश होने के बाद वो एडिट हुई, प्रोनाउंस ही चेंज कर दिए गए। एक कम्युनिटी जिसकी लड़ाई पूरी प्रोनाउंस पे, उसके प्रोनाउंस चेंज कर दिए जाते हैं रातों रात, वो पब्लिश भी हो जाता है। एंड जब मैंने ऑब्जेक्शन उठाया तो ऐसा बोला जाता है तो क्या अब हमारे न्यूज़ रूम में हिजड़ो झक्को मीठों पे स्टोरी हुआ करेगी। These were the terms. अब ना इमेजिन वहाँ पर कोई ट्रांस मैन, ट्रांस वुमन और कम्युनिटी का कोई रिप्रेजेंटेटिव जो अभी तक बाहर नहीं निकल पाया वो बैठा हो, तो क्या वो कभी भी अपनी जीवन में बाहर आ पाएगा, प्राउड एंड आउट हो पाएगा? मे बी नॉट। सो दिस जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, डाइवर्सिटी इज हाईली इम्पॉर्टेंट, ताकि और लोगों को भी समझ आए कि यार मुस्लिम वुमेन के क्या इश्यूज़ हैं, पीपल विद रेस, डिफरेंट रेस, कलर, कास्ट, क्लास क्या इश्यूज़ हैं, ट्रांसजेंडर्स के क्या इशू है। ICC पॉश होना ज़रूरी है एंड रिस्पेक्ट द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ द को एम्प्लॉयज़ एंड लास्टली कम्युनिकेट। जो भी हो रहा है जस्ट कम्युनिकेट, सोशल मीडिया है आज के टाइम में, जस्ट कम्युनिकेट विद द वर्ल्ड व्हाट यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग एट द वर्क प्लेस एंड व्हाट यू आर डूइंग एट द वर्क प्लेस। सो दिस इज ऑल, थैंक यू सो मच।
Let's have a huge round of applause for ma'am. Ma'am, your anecdotes and examples were truly inspiring. It really gave us a new perspective. Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Saxena's powerful words truly resonated with all of us. Her insights on barriers faced by women truly inspiring.
Achieving true gender equality requires a collective effort. While women pave their own path, the support of male allies is crucial. Male allies amplify women's voices, challenges harmful stereotypes, and actively advocates for equal opportunities.
This partnership creates a stronger, more inclusive environment where everyone thrives, ultimately accelerating the journey towards a more equitable future. Because alone she is strong, but together we are stronger.
Hence, we would like to invite Mr. Gagandeep Sidhu to tell us more about cultivating male allies for gender equality and women empowerment.
Gagandeep Sidhu. He is a law of attraction master coach who has eliminated countless paths towards manifestation. His transformative insights have graced prestigious platforms like TEDx and Josh Talks, where he shares the universe secrets with over 10,000 clients. Gagandeep Sir serves a compassionate celebrity counselor, nurturing souls globally.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the great introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Energy check, come on. Good afternoon. All right, thank you so much for that. So I'll take 10 minutes, but I want to make sure that your life will get easier. Okay. The topic that, of course, I'm going to talk about is that how can men, work in partnership and make this enablement better for women at workplace, in colleges, or even on the roadside part of it, right? So, giving my intro, of course, I'm a TEDx speaker, Josh Talk speaker. I'm working as a vice president in a MNC. But all that I have acquired over all these years would not have been possible without the support of my sisters, my mother, my wife sitting here, and rest of the women who have contributed in my life to make me a better man. And I want to go back to 15 years back, when there were these talks about women empowerment happening, and I was new to Delhi NCR, coming from a small town. So of course, it's the whole game of belief system. All that हमें बचपन से देखा जा रहा है, पढ़ा जा रहा है families में, how do we treat women, how do we treat women at workplace. So I carried that excess baggage with me. And the first time I heard about Women's Day program, this is nothing, because women are supposed to be home. And over a period of time, I learned about it. And today, for example, you are being given this opportunity at Sangini 3.0 to understand the role of women and how we can support them all. It's critical that we understand that. And over the period of 5 years later, and before COVID, I was again invited as a special guest for a Women's Day event, which was within 5 years a big change. And my belief by then had already changed, because I was thinking, and I truly believe that women or men equality की बात कर ही नहीं सकते. Women are way better than men in so many ways of it, and it is difficult for us to accept. So the sooner we accept, we will be able to use this leverage better. And that's what I say, how you deal with females in your life, women around you, is going to define your career. My career has touched great heights. And today when I talk about men being a great ally to women's progress, it's a very, very critical juncture of this, of this historical moment that we are today. And everybody is working towards it. So to gain everybody's attention, I want all men to stand up for a minute. All men, please stand up very quickly. All men, who's doubtful of that? Okay. Okay, it's not a punishment. Very simple. You know, look around the room and say thank you to all the women in this room. Just look around. Thank you. वैसे नहीं बोलना. Okay, opportunity देख के नहीं बोलना. Just say thank you to all the women around you. Okay, wonderful. All right, sit down. Thank you. Look, in this social media world, okay, on 8th of March when there will be Women's Day, we'll be all posting about our moms, our sisters, our wives, that how Women's Day is super important. But it's not about just this week. It's a lifestyle, it's a belief system that we have to start changing over a period of time. And believe me, that your life will start becoming better because, you know, you have somebody to rely upon. I'll give an example or ask a question. Do any of us know ये गूगल की एलेक्सा और सिरी का नाम फीमेल वॉइसेस में क्यों है? Any of you know, किसी को पता है? You know why there are names on the Alexa and Siri against, you know, on the women name? Because it's been proven that when, you know, men and the society is more acceptable to listen to female voices, how they give their opinion towards it. So that's one way of looking at it. But and that's a natural phenomena. हम में से कितने लोग घर जाते हैं और सबसे पहले मम्मी को ढूंढते हैं? हम में से कितने लोग घर जाके सबसे पहले मम्मी को ढूंढते हैं? Forget about anybody else, right? So that's the power of females making a difference in our life. When I started my corporate journey, I was also very backward, I would say. I will be very, very brutally honest here. So when I started my corporate journey 17, 18 years back, somebody assigned me a female, you know, person to work with me, okay? And I was very scared that, oh, इनको कौन train करेगा? लड़कियां हैं, इनको तो समझाने में दिक्कत होगी, इनको understanding कम होगी. But my perspective started to change. And I'm happy to be vulnerable and accept that. My perspective started to change when I started working with female co-workers. Though the diversity candidates, everything started coming up, you know, became very popular. And while I was assigned somebody as a female to be mentored and a male to be mentored, I could find and I could, you know, support them to become a better professional. And believe me, out of the 10 men I have mentored, 6 or 7 would have done well. But if the 10 women I have mentored, 9 of them are doing super great in their professional careers. So what as a men we can do? We all have to do is give them a sense of encouragement, acceptance. That's the first word which comes to my mind. Because, like, you know, Diksha said, like, you know, Garima said, and Sir said, so many words. It's about, first of all, accepting your own reality, thinking that you're no different than anybody else, and then let's start giving them acceptance, you know, and let's start listening to them about their opinions. So stop saying this to your colleagues or your college friends, अरे तू क्या करेगी ये? You know, तू कैसे कर सकती है? How can you do this? You are a female, you can't do this. These are the small little changes all men and parents and you know, teachers, we all need to start bringing into our lifestyles, that we start treating them equally, and then over a period of time it will all start to change. So in my corporate career, from not liking, you know, working with women to now enjoying working with women, because they bring a sense of calm, they bring a lot of perspective. And I remember this from my school time. You know, one day I forgot to complete my homework, and I was having some, you know, problematic time in the family. I could not do my homework because there was problems at family, and I remember, you know, I could not do any homeworks. So my math teacher, you know, a sir coming in, and he said, okay, why are you almost crying? Why have you not done your homework? You know, this is an excuse, you could not do this. No, stop giving me the excuses. I rather got a slap. Okay? In 2 periods later, there was this Hindi teacher, she asked me, okay, she scolded me, but after the break, she called me in the staff room, and she very politely spoke to me that, okay, Gagan, what happened, kya hua, sab theek hai, and she could address, and she could give me the comfort which that teacher or a sir could not give. So that's where I realized that there's so many things we can openly talk to females about it, and why not encourage them? And today, when I mentor any coaches, I work with people who need professional help as a life counselor, I see women are ready to take that courage and a step to move ahead. All we need to do is support them. All we need to do is to help them get to next level up. That's what we can do. And over a period of time, your life will get easier. I'm giving this simple, straight funda. For example, I encourage my wife to do well so that my life becomes easier, right? In a way, because she has the equal opportunity, she has equal amount of talent, and similarly would be for my sisters and for my mother. But that change has come over a period of decade. But today, when you are in the nascent stage of your careers, when you're going to step into the corporate life, just keep it in your mind that, okay, the opportunities are equal for all of them. So don't make it a hassle for yourself. That's what I want to talk about, and more is on the terms that every day, in every way that, all that you look around, it's evident that how we have become so better by just interactions and talking to our colleagues and female partners or friends. So encourage them. That's what the only message I want to give is that don't suppress. Starting from your homes, your choti sister or your mother. So give them that comfort, and not just for this specific week. Make it a habit. Start complimenting for what they did well. We often take good things for granted, or good people for granted. So that's what my journey is all about, and I thank all the women who are here and all the men who are at least gathering this information together from all these esteemed speakers. So let's make this world a better place to be, because that's where the equality is about, that's where the opportunities are all about. So thank you so much, and thank you for this entire team of Sangini 3.0 for making this great event. Thank you for inviting me.
Especially the fact about Siri, that really surprised me.
Absolutely. It got me thinking about the importance of women in our life.
And now, to add a little more color to Sangini 3.0, we are honored to welcome a talented artist to the stage.
Please join us in a rocking welcome of Sanuj from Swara, the Music Society of MAIMS. Get ready to be enchanted by a captivating soul-live performance.
एक साउंड चेक ले लेते हैं. हेलो, चेक चेक चेक. तो साउंड चेक है, मेरे को एक बार हुटिंग दे देना इसके एंड में अगर आवाज सही आ रही हो गिटार और मेरी साथ में ना. ओके. सही आ रही है. हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम सनुज है. मैं अपने म्यूजिक सोसाइटी स्वराग के बिहाफ पे आज परफॉर्म करने आया आप लोग के लिए. तो आई होप सब मस्ती के मूड में, मज़े के मूड में महफिल जमाते हैं. सारे जितना जिसको आता हो प्लीज़ साथ में गाइएगा, मेरा भी थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट होगा. और मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा GSI के मेंबर्स से और टीचर्स से जो स्टेज पे हैं तब से ड्यूटी पे, थोड़ा चिल होके प्लीज़ एंजॉय करें आप भी. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. Okay, so first of all, any Atif fans? Yes? Atif Aslam, woo! So, मेरा पहला गाना आतिफ असलम का है, बहुत फेमस, सबने सुना होगा, आदत है मेरा पहला गाना. So we'll be starting with that. Let's go. Let's check. Hello. जुदा होके मुझ में कहीं बाकी है, पलकों में बन गया आंसू, तू चली आती है, जुदा होके भी वैसे जिंदा हूँ मैं जिंदगी, साथ गाएंगे, बिन तेरे मैं दर्द ही दर्द बाकी रहा है सीने में. इधर से आवाज नहीं आ रही. सांस लेना मेरी यहाँ जीना नहीं है, अब तो आई होप आगे का पार्ट सबको पता है. काफी जोर से ऑडियंस ने मेरे को एक्सपेक्टिंग था, बट गुड, बढ़िया, मजा आ रहा है आप लोगों को, मजा आ रहा है. ओके, गुड. सो अब हम बॉलीवुड से स्टार्ट कर ही चुके हैं, तो बॉलीवुड है तो के तो बनता है. ओके, गुड. सो के का भी एक बहुत फेमस गाना है. I'll let you guys guess the next song. मैं ग्रिप बजाऊंगा, आई होप आप गेस कर लो, नहीं तो कोई नहीं, गाना तो है. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. let's start. इश्क की साजिश है, इश्क की बाजियां, हारा मैं खेल के दो दिलों का जुआ। कोरस से पहले अगर सब, आई होप सबके फोन में बैटरी होगी, फ्लैश लाइट्स ऑन कर लो यार प्लीज यार। लेट्स गो फ्लैश लाइट्स आगे नहीं दिख रही यार, ऐसे ना करो। ओके सो कि तूने मेरी फुर्सत की, जो दिल में इतनी बरकत की, इश्क में इतनी हरकत की, ये तूने क्या किया। फिरूं अब मारा मारा मैं, चांद से बिछड़ा तारा मैं, दिल से इतना क्यों हारा, क्या किया। सारी दुनिया से जीत के मैं आया हूँ इधर, तेरे आगे ही मैं हारा किया। तूने क्या सर, मैं दिल का राज कहता हूँ कि जब जब सांसें लेता हूँ, तेरा ही नाम लेता हूँ। तूने क्या किया। मेरे बाहों को तेरी सांसों की जो आदतें लगी है, वैसी जी लेता हूँ अब मैं थोड़ा और। मेरे दिल की रेत पे आंखों की जो बड़े बड़े छाई तेरी, पी लेता हूँ तब मैं थोड़ा और। जाने कौन है तू मेरी मैं ना जानिए, मगर जहाँ जाऊँ मैं करूँ मैं वहाँ तेरा ही जिक्र। जीती हुई बाजी लगती है, तबीयत ताजी लगती है, ये तूने क्या किया। सारी दुनिया से जीत के मैं आया हूँ इधर, तेरे आगे ही मैं हारा किया। तूने क्या सर, मैं दिल का राज कहता हूँ कि जब जब सांसें लेता हूँ, तेरा ही नाम लेता हूँ। ये तूने क्या किया। अजनबी गलत स्टार्ट कर दिया मैंने। चल पड़े हैं हम सफर, अजनबी तो है डगर। यार फ्लैश लाइट्स बंद हो गई यार, लास्ट गाना है, ऐसे ना करो। अजनबी चल पड़े हैं हम सफर, अजनबी तो है डगर। बेबाव है या झूठा नाव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। बेबाव है या झूठा नाव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। मेरे को सुनने के लिए और बहुत मजा आया। सॉरी अब मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा। वन लास्ट थिंग, अगर आपको मैं अपनी प्रमोशन कर रहा हूँ यार, मैं अपनी प्रमोशन कर रहा हूँ, एक सेकेंड। अगर सेट पसंद आया तो आई गो बाय vocal_Sanuj ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, वह मेरा म्यूजिक पेज है। सो इफ यू गाइड कुछ इंग्लिश नहीं बोल रहा मैं, अगर आप लोग मेरे को फॉलो कर सको इंस्टा पे तो प्लीज़ कर लेना। थैंक यू सो मच। आप लोग बहुत बढ़िया।
That was a melodious performance. Let's give a resounding round of applause for Sanuj. Thank you for that melodious performance. And with the end of this event at our doors, we feel and saw the most amazing and beautiful performance today, unfolding right in front of our eyes on this Women's Day celebration.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Let's not forget to give a huge round of applause to our fellow societies, Nirvana, Samagra and Swarag, for infusing this event with the vibrancy and energy it needed. Your collaboration and enthusiasm have truly made a difference. A heartfelt thank you to all our sponsors whose generous support made this event successful. And lastly, to my incredible team members, and especially my core team of GSCI, Divit, Sanjana, Sneha, Shivam, Aryan, Mehek, Palak, Chayan and Pranav, along with a very important guidance of my GSCI seniors, Vanshika Sharma and Nitisha Goyal. Guys, you are the true champions of this event. This event wouldn't have been possible without you all. Your hard work, dedication and passion for promoting what our society aims for has made this event a success. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your contributions, your friendship and your unwavering belief in our shared wisdom. Here's to many more success. Cheers to the champions. Signing off with gratitude and a heart full of hope for a brighter, more inclusive future. This is Khushi Swami, President GSCI. Thank you.